This is Saints 4 Takeaways, sponsored by Rouse's Markets, the official supermarket of the Saints.
The most disappointing Saints season this century is now over at 5-12. My generation of New Orleanians has certainly seen worse, but it's been a long time. Now, if you're a person that likes to make a Saints road trip, the choices next season are good. Chicago, Nashville, Buffalo, as long as it's not December. And here's an interesting note. Only 4 of the Saints' 17 games next season will be against teams that made the playoffs this season because the Saints will play a 4th-place schedule. They officially finish last in the NFC South behind the Carolina Panthers. And I want to start my 4 takeaways with something that had no bearing on the outcome of the game, but it drove me nuts. Mike Evans' record. Mike Evans might be the greatest Saints villain of this century. Panthers receiver Steve Smith is another good candidate. Both great players. Now, one of last century's great Saints villains, Jerry Rice, had 11 straight years of 1,000 yards receiving, an NFL record. Mike Evans was at 10, and he needed 85 yards against the Saints to tie Jerry Rice. With the Bucs up 8, the Saints' last hope died at Tampa Bay's 32 with 36 seconds left. The Bucs had won the game, but Mike Evans was still 5 yards from the record. So the Bucs lined up in a passing formation. Now, in the sports office, we were all yelling for the Saints to triple cover Mike Evans. Everyone knew Baker Mayfield was throwing to Evans, except, it seems, the Saints. Evans ran a simple out. He caught the pass. He tied the record. And for the final 30 seconds of the Saints season, the Bucs ran around celebrating. The Saints let the Bucs mic drop to end their season, 5-12. At number 3, among the problems to fix next season, the Saints' rushing defense was bad again in the finale. Tampa Bay rushed for 179 yards in the game, so the Saints finish the season 31st in the NFL in rushing defense. Of the top 12 teams in the NFL this season in rushing defense, 11 of those 12 are going to the playoffs. It's a huge key to NFL success, and it used to be a Saints strength. It was not this year. At number 2, the Rizzi era, I think, ended Sunday in Florida. Darren Rizzi now seems like an extreme long shot to get the full-time head coaching job. His tenure started with that bolt of adrenaline teams often get with interim coaches. 3 wins in his first 4 games, but it ended with 4 straight losses. Rizzi's winning percentage this season was a little bit better than Dennis Allen's, but in the second half Sunday, the Saints played like a team that couldn't wait to get to the offseason. And now that it's over, what's next? If I were putting betting odds on the Saints' next head coach, I think the favorite right now is Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. I just said the Saints were 31st in the NFL in rushing defense. Glenn's Lions were 5th. And Sunday night, with the number 1 seed in the NFC on the line, his defense played great. They held the Vikings, a team with the 10th most offensive touchdowns in the NFL, without a touchdown. Aaron Glenn has earned a head coaching job, and he seems like a natural fit here. But he was also a first-round draft pick of the New York Jets. He played there for 8 years. He would also be a good fit there. Now, I don't think former Titans coach Mike Vrabel winds up here. He absolutely figures to get a job somewhere, but I don't think the Saints would be his first choice. I hope the Saints don't seriously consider John Gruden. I know his name is floating around a lot, but I don't see how you sell Gruden to your fan base or to your players. That should be a no. 2 other names for now. If the Cowboys let Mike McCarthy go, he is a candidate, and so is Bills offensive coordinator Joe Brady. He, of course, a former LSU coach. And the Saints are already requesting a ton of other interviews, so the list is long, and the process won't be quick. It's just good that the 2024 season is now over. And that's my 4 takeaways from the ugly finish in Tampa.